What's up, y'all? This is Boxing Mind TV with another video. This video is by Issac Pitbull Cruz. And I feel like Issac Pitbull Cruz is trying to be like Gennady Golovkin. The reason being is because now you hear these reports about Issac Pitbull Cruz after facing Tank, being the only one that lasted a full 12 rounds with Tank. And even though Tank fought him with one hand most of the fight and finding a way to come out with a victory and not knocking this guy out, but just simply boxing him. He came out with a victory against Pitbull Cruz and going the distance. Nobody has went the distance with Tank other than Pitbull Cruz. And I feel like Pitbull Cruz is riding that too much now to try to get a rematch with Tank. And he doesn't want to fight anybody else that's credible. Any other credible opponent to face, he's turning them down. The first one that we know that he turned down was Shakur Stevenson. Shakur Stevenson wanted to fight him, but he turned that fight down for whatever reason. He turned it down. And then now recently I just saw an interview with Frank Martin, and they say Issac Pitbull Cruz turned down a Frank Martin fight. So I'm getting the feel that he's trying to be like Golovkin, because Golovkin would do the same thing. After he fought Canelo, all he was doing is chasing Canelo. And that was my problem with Golovkin. Like, he's a good fighter, everything else, can punch, all those things. Just like Issac Pitbull Cruz, he could punch, he's aggressive, he's knocking these guys out. But once he faced one opponent that's like basically the cash cow of the division, like Tank is, and like how Canelo was in that division. And now you get a good, get people talking about that matchup and talking about rematches or whatever. But now you on cruise control. You don't wanna make the fight even bigger by fighting other notable guys and knocking them off the map. You know what I'm saying? He just sitting still and fighting little lesser known guys and beating them and waiting on that Tank fight the way that Golovkin did, waiting on a Canelo fight without doing nothing for it, just riding off the public talking about it. But the feel for that fight is kind of, to me, is going down. Like, I don't really want to see that fight no more, because Pitbull has been dodging everybody else. Because like when Golovkin was fighting, he could have fought after he fought Canelo to earn that rematch, even though that his Golovkin fight and Canelo fight was much closer than the first fight. Of course, that was a close fight. A lot of people gave it to Golovkin, and wanted that rematch. You know what I'm saying? Even though Canelo won, but wanted that rematch because it was so close. But Canelo didn't have to do that if he don't want to. He didn't have a rematch clause. He didn't have to give the rematch. But Golovkin could have did his part by fighting other notable guys and really like beating them and stating his claim for the rematch, which would have made the fight much bigger for him and Canelo rematch. And I feel like Issac Pitbull Cruz could do the same thing if he would, fight these guys, Shakur Stevenson and Frank Martin. But the reason why he doesn't want to do it is probably because he might just lose that payday that he might get with Tank. But as a fan, it really irritates me when I see that. I'm just like, you have one good fight, you got to build on top of it and make other good fights. You know what I'm saying? But now he's just chasing the payday. It just kind of, it leaves a bad taste in your mouth when you see that. Like, man, come on, man, just stop ducking and dodging these guys. Everybody's everybody's believing that you could be a good fighter, becoming a great fighter with the way his style was, pressuring and knocking these guys out. He fought I forgot the guy Devin Haney fought too. They all fought him. Gamboa. He knocked out Gamboa, and that was a good fight. I mean, he knocked him out, he showcased his strength, and probably put Gamboa into retirement. I don't think Gamboa ever fought after that. But I'm just saying, he needs to build on top of that. He's trying to be the next Golovkin, just chasing just chasing the payday. You know, he's not really being bashed for it. And the public is not really bashing him on it. The media is not really bashing him on it about ducking and stuff. You know, they kind of just letting go by the wayside. You don't see nobody really talking about it. But he should have could have fought Shakur. But I know Shakur's on another promotion. But you damn sure could have fought Frank Martin. Y'all on the same side of the street, like you say. And he could have fought Frank Martin. That would have been a good matchup. But he didn't want to do it. But I feel like he's really trying to be like Golovkin, just chase Tank. Get another fight with Tank. If he makes it a good fight, try to get another fight on top of that. If Tank doesn't knock him out somehow the next time, and it's just like I feel like Tank shouldn't even worry about him. Tank should just go get some new meat and face some other guys, or even make the big fights against Devin Haney or Shakur Stevenson. But I feel like Issac Pitbull Cruz is really just milking it right now, and the media is letting him do it and not pushing them to fight a top guy in the weight class. And I feel like that's not a good look. That's not something that you should do as a contender. So y'all let me know what y'all think. Is Issac Pitbull Cruz trying to be the next Golovkin, chasing these paydays, chasing the cash cow? Once he had one match that was good with the cash cow and had everybody talking about a rematch, but does he need to continue to face top competition to make that rematch even better than what it was, the build up to it at least? You know, let me know what y'all think. Like, comment, subscribe. It's Boxing Mind TV, and I'm out.